Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this short pants with elastic waist. If this sounds like something you're interested in, let's get right into the video. So I'll be making use of this African print fabric and it's about 1.5 yard. I've gone ahead to fold my fabric into two so I can cut out the front part of the shirt. Then from the upper part, I'm going to mark out 2 inches all the way. These 2 inches will serve as the space where I'm going to pass my elastic through. I'm going to be using the 1 inch elastic, but I need a little bit of allowance. That means I'll be folding over ½ inch, then I'll be left with 1.5 inches. So by the time my 1 inch elastic goes into the 1.5 inches, it's going to be able to move freely. It's not going to be stuck in there. So now from the 2 inches I marked, I'm going to mark out the length of my shirts. And the length of this shirt is 18 inches. You can mark out your preferable length. So after marking out the length, I'm going to mark from the waistline to the crotch line. Now to determine your crotch line, you need to calculate your hip divided by 4. And because this is an elastic waistband, so it's going to be a bit on the high waist and it also needs ease at the crotch area. So I'm doing 12 inches. I'm working with hip 40, so I'm doing 12 inches for the crotch line. So at the crotch line, I'm going to be marking my hip circumference divided by 4, but I'm going to add extra 2 inches. ½ inch will serve as the same allowance, then 1.5 inches will serve as the ease allowance. So there will be ease around the short. It's not a fitted short. So from the crotch line, I'm going to go up by 2 inches, and this is going to serve as my hip line. So I'm going to roll a straight line at that point. Then for my crotch extension, I'm going to divide my hip by 20, and I'm going to add extra 1 inch. So ½ inch will serve as the same allowance, then the remaining ½ inch will serve as ease at the crotch area. Remember, this is not a fitted pant. So I just connected the crotch extension to somewhere around the hip line. So I'm going to mark out everything I have at this point at the crotch line, and I'm going to mark it at the hem of the trouser. So after marking it, I'll come in by ½ inch on both sides. ½ inch from the center front and ½ inch from the side front, so that the pants will not be too big at the hem part. So I'm just going to extend the line at the upper part and I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. So now to cut out the back piece, I've gone ahead to place the front piece on a folded fabric. I folded the back piece into 2. Then I went ahead to place one piece of the front on the fabric. So I just made sure I add 1 inch extra at the side and at the center front. So I placed the front piece in a way that I had extra at the side and extra at the front. So I just went ahead to extend the crotch line and the hip line. So at the upper part, which is at the waistline, I left extra 1 inch or so. So at the center piece of the front, or let me say the back, because I'm marking this on the back, I went in by 1 inch. So the 1 inch I came in by, I'm going to return it to the side back. Then I'm going to connect it to the 1 inch extension I made at the back. So that creates the waistline for the back. Then at the hip line and the crotch line, I'm going to mark 1 inch out and I'm going to connect it to the waistline. Then at the hem line, I'll mark ½ inch and connect it to the hip line. So now let's move on to the center front. At the center front, at this crotch line, I'm going to mark in 1 inch. So I'm going to repeat the same thing I did on the fabric I'll be using for the back. I'm making this marking on the front piece now. So I'm going to repeat it on the fabric I'll be using for the back. And I'm going to mark it out. So now to get the crotch extension for the back, you're going to divide your hip by 10 inches. So I'm going to add extra 1 inch, just like I did for the front. So now I have my crotch extension for the back, which is 5 inches here. So I'm going to connect this point to the waistline, which is the waistline for the back. So I'm going to come out at this point by 1 inch so I can create my my crotch, so I can create the curve at the crotch. So that is all for the marking at the back. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. So at this point, I'm going to come out by ½ inch and connect the lines. At this point, I'm going to come out by ½ inch and connect it to the crotch. It's not meant to go all the way straight down, so I just created the shape at that point. So now I have my front piece and my back piece ready. So I'm just going ahead to cut out the sides. So that's all for the cutting. So now let's move on to the sewing. So now I'm going to go ahead and join from the waistline to the crotch line for both the front and the back. So now I'm done joining this part together, and this is what it looks like. I know it's currently looking like a skirt, but it's coming together, don't worry. So now I'm going to go ahead and join the sides. I placed the front on the back piece, so I'm going to go ahead and join both sides. I'll also be joining this part I'm holding right here. I'm also going to join it. Just have to make sure that it aligns. This is the crotch area of the trouser. So now I'm done joining the sides and the crotch area of the pants. The next step now is to fold in the space we left out for our elastic. Remember, we left out 2 inches at the upper part. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold in the 2 inches, then I'll fold in by ½ inch. So I'll be left with 1.5 inches. So now I'm gonna have to fold in the elastic casing space. So now I'm going to mark out my elastic. I have 28 inches. I'm working with waist 32. So I left out a space to pass the elastic through it. So now I'm just going to go ahead and pass in the elastic through the space. So now I'm done passing the elastic. I'm just going to go ahead and stitch it at this point by ½ inch. So now this is what the shirt looks like. Can you see the way it looks so beautiful? If you enjoyed watching this video to this point, kindly drop a like and a comment in the comment section. And also don't forget to share this video. And if you're watching this channel for the first time, or you're a returning viewer and you're yet to subscribe, kindly hit on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get notified when we drop another video. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.